Last week, I was in California to drive 4 of the 5 generations of the Honda Prelude Sports Coupe. Now for 2026, we have a revival of the Prelude nameplate with an all-new coupe hybrid from Honda. And I'm going to go over to some of the new details that Honda's just shared with me here on the channel. If you guys are excited for all things Prelude, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed, because once the reveal is here, which will be soon. I can't say exactly when. Honestly, I don't know, but it has to be soon. But make sure you are locked in, because I will bring it to you on this channel. So subscribe so I can do that for you in a timely manner. Hey, it's still morning. That's right. It's almost noon. I literally just got off the phone with one of my Acura contacts. He's like, "Hey, just to let you know, we did put out a notice today that the TLX has been discontinued in this month or next month." I already forgot what he said, but I know it's being discontinued in the very near term, end of production. I don't know the last date exactly. I just know it's essentially dead within the next 30 days from now. Anyways, so that being said, let's refocus back on the Prelude here, and we are seeing things that we've never seen before on the Prelude. All right, so this is exciting. Obviously, hybrid we've never seen before. We're seeing now some suspension and braking that we haven't seen before on a Civic other than a Type R. And why do I say Civic? This is very much a coupified 4-door, or you could say a coupified 5-door Civic hatchback, been squished down into a 3-door Civic hatchback with unique styling, but it's getting the handling chops of a Civic Type R. All right, so let's get into it. Honda confirmed that the 26 Prelude, the brand's new Grand Touring Sports Coupe, arriving at dealers later this fall, will feature the suspension, wide front and rear tracks, and Brembo front brakes from the Civic Type R. This marks the first time the innovative dual-axis front suspension design, first introduced in the 17 Civic Type R, will be utilized on a non-Type R model. The suspension and brake systems will be tuned exclusively for the new Prelude to deliver a sporty, comfortable Grand Touring driving experience. So when I think Grand Touring, I'm thinking that it's going to be a little bit more softer for day-to-day driving compared to a Type R's stiffer suspension. The first ever electrified Prelude will be powered by an ultra-smooth, responsive, and powerful Honda 2-motor electric hybrid system found in the Civic Hybrid. Okay, this is actually confirmation of something we didn't know for sure. We knew that this hybrid system wasn't going to be a big departure from what we currently have on the Civic. Okay, the Civic has 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. It's mainly electric driven. The engine is mainly there as a generator for the battery. The engine can clutch into the wheels at highway speeds. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to have 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. But it will drive a little bit different than the Civic, and the Civic will get this technology, not meaning the suspension technology that we see from the Type R, but I mean the S Plus shift system. It's an innovative new drive mode that further advances linear shift control to enhance Prelude's sporty and comfortable GT experience. From what I've seen online, it really does a good job at mimicking a dual clutch or really fast automatic transmission. So you feel the shifts, you see the tachometer drop and rise like it normally would with an automatic transmission. So as a result, the new 6th gen Prelude will deliver high levels of driver exhilaration and engagement. I would say it's going to be much more engaging compared to a Civic Hybrid because of the S Plus mode. Driver exhilaration, well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be awesome in the turns with the suspension and the brakes. Okay, it's going to be great there. Do I wish it has more power than 200 horsepower that we see in the Civic? Of course. But it's not official yet, so we might see a little bit more power, but I highly doubt it. Including unmatched driving dynamics and fun-to-drive feel, all while remaining comfortable for everyday driving. So that's the end of the press release there. I want to take a look at the Prelude that was at the Goodwood Festival of Speed in the UK a couple weeks back. And compared to this is probably our first production image, and I know it's digital and it's see-through, but there might be some clues here. Obviously, this is the Type R front suspension, essentially, and brakes with the Brembos. That's freaking awesome. But are there any differences between this image and what we had with this prototype concept down below? Well, I will say that the folding side mirrors has my interest. I'm happy to see that. Again, I don't know if that's going to be in the production model, but it is cool. So the door handles are going to be sucked into the body. Okay. The headlight here seems to have a very unique sort of camouflage like pattern as a bezel that goes around the outside. This image isn't high quality enough to see that. Maybe we need to go to this image here, which was also another prototype, and it doesn't have that bezel around the daytime running light and the nighttime light here. The dual beam headlights looks to be carried over though. This piece on the side looks to be a bit chunkier here on this more production ready image that we have from Honda today. As we go into the bezel, not much there. This is a silver bezel. This is a paint matched bezel. But given that, like, if you look at the lightly refreshed Integra, how that has paint matched grille inserts now as an option, I wouldn't be surprised if Honda has paint matched grille inserts here, or just should I say this line that goes across. That's going to probably be an option. I hope so, because it's pretty sharp and unique. The red image we were just looking at didn't have the parking sensors, but this one does. It has it on this glossy portion here and outside of the front license plate area for the UK market. Okay, so it will have front parking sensors, and we don't know what kind of spec this will have. Meaning, I don't know if this is going to have multiple trim levels, or it's just going to be a one-size-fit-all sort of model. I don't know. It's hard to say. But looking at the side sills here, like this little piece that sticks out, it looks like it sticks out more on this prototype concept than this image here. But again, it could just be camera angle and things like that. Other than that, it really looks pretty much exactly the same as this recent concept that we have down below. We still don't know if they're going to keep, I would assume that they are, but keep this little blue colored accent here. And my hopes for a manual on the Prelude, there could always be a Type R Prelude. Even though there never was a Type R Prelude, there was a Type S example for Japan at one point in time, but we never saw that. So I don't want to get my hopes up at all for me. I'd love to have a manual. I've mentioned this so many times before. I don't need to beat a dead horse. I don't think we're going to get it unless, like I said, they offer some sort of SI, Prelude SI. That kind of gets me excited. Or something else. GSR, Type R, Type S. I don't know. I think Type S is just for Acura at this point. Type R here would be incredible. And it already has a suspension from the existing Type R. So I don't know. I could always speculate, but all I know for sure is that it's a hybrid. It'll get around 50 miles per gallon. In fact, I think it could be a good deal more efficient than the Civic with its sleek body lines. As a result, it could easily achieve over 50 miles per gallon, but only time will tell. So stay tuned. Like I said, the reveal will be soon for the new 6th generation hybrid sports coupe from Honda. Have a great day.